as much as I am really passionate about this topic that I'm about talking about, I still want to take this very calm. I want to take it very cool, calm and collected, and not to bring in the usual energies that I add to my presentation. I want to take this one very calm because one, it is very sensitive, and again, it is disturbing as well as worrying. It is very sensitive, it is very disturbing, and it is worrying. Therefore, despite the fact that I am passionate about it, I really want to take this particular episode very calm. Now, if you are in Ghana, you should know very well that we are not in normal times, especially looking at the season we are in. If you are in Ghana, you don't need any soothsayer to tell you that we are not in normal times. In the next 4 weeks exactly, we'll be going to the polls to elect new president as well as member of parliament in our various constituencies here in Ghana. Because it is an election year, nobody should take anything for granted. In fact, for this year, I think that this is the year where, during an election year, politicians and people in governance, they don't seem to have taken over like it used to be in the past. Some years ago, if it is an election year and we have about 1 month to elections, you wouldn't hear any other thing. The only thing you'll be hearing will be about NPP or NDC. Interestingly, looks like the story is different now. It is time for elections. 4 weeks we are electing a new president. But when you move around town, there is no much NPP and NDC, though it is happening. I can't overlook the fact that it's happening. Though it is happening, it is not that overwhelming kind of attitude where, in fact, you cannot breathe without seeing NPP, where you cannot breathe without seeing NDC. You close your eyes, you open, twinkle of an eye, there is an NPP or NDC. It is not happening like that. It is the reason that though we have just 4 weeks, 1 month to the elections, yet people in show business are still ruling affairs when it comes to online trends. People in show business are still being mentioned. People in show business are still enjoying some attention. The time that you would assume that, oh, everything should go to sleep, let's leave it for the politicians. Honorable. Let's leave it to them and that will be fine. I don't know whether it is because we've done something right as showbiz people. The reason this time around we are being heard. Or maybe it is because many are just fed up with politics. Therefore, forget about your NPP and NDC, Charlie. We don't give an F about it. Just go do what you are doing. We also do what we are doing. These are the two options. I'm not too sure which one to pinpoint. As to whether the showbiz people have done well, they have fought for their space. It is an election year and not even the NPPs and the NDCs are mentioned, but we are still talking showbiz people. Or maybe, like I said earlier, maybe people are just fed up. We don't want any NPP NDC again. Give us our Shatawale, give us our Stoneboy, give us our Sarkodie, give us our Black Sherrif, and that will be fine. Now, so it means the atmosphere is still cool, calm, and accommodating. Each of us, all of us, despite our different opinions on even which political party, their ideologies and their policies, we agree and we support. We are still living in a cool atmosphere. The atmosphere is not charged like, sometimes when election, like you feel it. You feel there's so much tension. In fact, peace songs that people will be playing on radio and TV, you hear it and say, hey, why are we going to war? Is something bad coming to happen to Ghana? I don't know if you have felt what I'm talking about, but I have felt it several times. Like even when you want to go out, everybody, hey, election, you don't go anywhere. But it looks like now, the system is calm. The atmosphere is still open. But then, there is still something bothering or worrying some of us. And it did not come from the showbiz, it did not come from the political areas or arenas. Unfortunately, it came from our showbiz people. Now, I want to spend some few minutes to talk about Black Sherrif, to talk about Shatta Wale. And again, I want to spend some few minutes to point out some one or two things to some people before I leave here. Ever since Black Sherrif broke out, I know there have been several attempts by some people to clash the heads of Black Sherrif and Shatta Wale. Ever since he broke out, several attempts by different people in this same industry. That's what I'm saying. Maybe what will happen or what will look funny might not even come from politicians. If you are not careful, it will come from people who are supposed to entertain us. They will bring what we are scared of if we are not careful. And that is what is happening. I feel it around me. So many people involved in unnecessary arguments, online banter here and there. And politicians are even quiet. This is their season. They are not making so much noise. But me and you, who are supposed to entertain these people on their campaign platforms and their rallies, no, we are rather attempting to kill ourselves and to harm ourselves. And I'm telling you that ever since Black Sherrif broke out, different comments from different people have attempted to clash heads with Shatta Wale over the years. And I know all these attempts have proved futile in the sense that no matter how they want it to happen, no matter how evil sometimes they wish it happens between the both of them, they have done well. As to how they did it, I don't know. Whether there were deliberate efforts, they were intentional about it, that, oh, we will not mind these people who are trying to clash our heads. Or maybe they just ignored it without even knowing that they've ignored it. You know, sometimes you can be intentional about something that, okay, I know these people are trying to clash our heads. We know. Therefore, we want to be intentional. Anything that is likely to clash us, we give it 100 meters yards so that nothing will happen. Maybe there has been intentional like that, maybe not. But then, looks like what we would want to commend the two for, and the fact that they have been able to stay minding their own businesses and doing their thing for over the years, looks like some characters, some individuals, if care is not taken, will try to penetrate and destroy this. Over the years, people have said, oh, Black Sherrif just came and look at him, he's doing this, he's going international. Black Sherrif just came and look at him, he's for Grammy, he's for BET, and all them things. Well, if they are saying it in a way to encourage, to boost, and to inspire the gentleman, what is wrong with that? There is nothing wrong with that. But then, if they say those things just to spite on the other, if they say those things just to make mockery of the other, then you should know that we are doomed. Then you should know that that is not what we are looking for. So, after both of them trying to be in their separate lanes and working hard for each person, Shatta goes for an interview, talks so many things about Black Sherrif, about the fact that, oh, he's a young guy coming up, he's doing something right. Therefore, he has a way of doing his things. But sometimes I see and I ask myself, okay, what is this? But he's a young guy, he has a way of doing his things. He even needs this and that to function. And all the things just to create that brand that he's created for himself. And after Shatta's interview, he comes back and some elements, some characters are trying to stir dirt around the two again. Yes, because they've tried different means and different ways. It did not work. Someone was saying, now wash. It did not go on. Now they want to try another means. And the other means is that whatever Shatta has said, we will try to make it look very dirty. You try to make it look very bad. You try to make it look like, okay, this is worse, and to see how the person would react. Unfortunately, whether our reaction is playful or whether our reaction is indeed what it is, there are sometimes, if you are not careful, some people will just set traps for you. You fall in, and later, when you are out of the trap, you ask yourself, but what was my business there? You ask yourself, like, what was my business there? You didn't have any business there. You were just baited to come there, and you have just been caught. That's what I'm feeling. That if we are not careful, that's what is likely to happen. These people have been on their independent jobs and doing their things. This one managing himself and this one managing himself. Everybody doing something for themselves. And all of a sudden, some people's statements, some people's ways to poke you, some people's ways to make you look like, hey, okay, me too, I can do this, me too, I can say this. If you are not careful, it will create that beautiful thing that has been going on, where two artists, they are minding their business. They don't have any problem with anybody. It is just the fact that they've not crossed paths when it comes to business. This one is in the north, this one is in the south. That is why it is like that. But apart from that, we are fine. Nothing is happening. We are okay. When we meet someone, we have to connect, we will connect. Unfortunately, all these beautiful attributes that I've shared, like some people would want to destroy it. Some people would want to create the impression like, this guy, he does not like you. He's saying this about you. He's doing this about you. And if you are not careful, your responses can also create unnecessary banter that will be there for years. Today, I'm here to tell everybody, maybe both Shatter Movement fans and Road Boys Association, that nobody should allow himself or herself for someone to create something that is not there to be there. Because, yes, we've been around. Me and the gentleman, we have been all right. Nobody has any issue with anybody. Nobody has any whatever with anybody. So how come that someone stirs some controversy and you go for it? You fall by the bait. And that is what my worry is in this presentation. That is my worry. That is actually my stress. That, why do we allow ourselves for people to use us? For their own parochial interest. For their own interest. They will do something just to provoke you. They will do something just to make you look angry. They will do something just to wait for your reaction. So they will provoke you to be mad, to be angry, to be whatever. But you put out a reaction and your reaction becomes, hey, why did you do that? I think both parties should continue their power to ignore. Both parties should continue their power of living their own dreams. Both parties should continue their power of making sure it is about me, it's not about you. So what you think is meaningless to me. I pray that that happens. Because if it doesn't happen like that, some enemies will get both of them. That, they were okay, they were fine. They were not throwing shades at each other. Nobody was using memes or whatever. It was just one interview that brought all these. And today, if you are not careful, this becomes another pending war or beef among talent. All because someone wanted to use another person for his parochial interest. Just to push you to do something. And when you do something, I eat from it. When you do something, I'll be okay from it. When you do something, I would also get some more benefits from it. So they do it at the expense of others' relationship. And that is very, very unfortunate. That is very, very sad. To me, I still think that both Blacko and Shatawale should ignore comments and those reviews from Kwejo Sheldon, who would just want to create confusion. And unfortunately, he creates his confusion and he makes money from it. Unfortunately, he creates all this mess. And when people are firing salvos here and there, he is making money, profit from it. a word to the wise is enough. I said I wouldn't speak much on this, but at least I know those who have ears, they've heard me. Those who have eyes, they've seen me. Don't allow there to be there if there is not there. If your brother is somewhere doing okay, you can pray for the person to do more okay. Because when he becomes more okay, everybody around the family will be fine. But then, if you don't do that and you just want someone to just destroy everything, then it is a sad one. I don't want to say much. Let me leave it here and continue to add that, to me, nobody should allow someone who is not in their midst to come create confusion. When he is gone and he's laughing and doing whatever he wants to do, then you'll be asking yourself, okay, how do I patch up? How do I go back to this? And this is my worry. The Black Shatawale happenings around, I'm not enjoying it. I wish it was not like that. I wish someone has not paid attention to most of these reviews and critics and all those things being said. Because if you listen to them, you would react in a way that is not right. If you listen to them, you would react in a way that might offend the other. If you listen to them, you react in a way that will make you feel like, okay, maybe you are right. But for you know, you might not be right. You have ignored them. Continue hard to ignore them. Don't let anybody infiltrate your camp. If you allow them, they've won. And I can leave it here. I know those who have ears, they have heard. Those who have eyes, they have seen. And those who want to join in the campaign for peace. Because this trip, everybody wants to be peaceful. Everybody wants to be peaceful. Elsewhere, people are having their elections. America, they are fine. Like, there is peace. Nobody is misbehaving. But here, something is about to happen and we just want to make unnecessary hype and tension from it. Because to some people, that is where they are also being fed. Don't use your desire to make money to create problems elsewhere. Else, the universe is watching. My name is Sammy Flex. We'll do this again some other time. Until then, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.